Hello YouTube, I want to show you something. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed just right away. We're gonna go through all and each of these things. So I took a look at the OpenTTD wiki and checked the three-way and four-way junctions and what he says about it. So this is the first of it, and this is more than bad. Yes, it does accomplish the thing that they can turn around, but this is the worst possible you can have, especially because all of this is one block and they put block signals there. So if you were replace these two path signals, it instantly gets a little bit better, but still this is atrociously bad. If you want to make a three-way junction, then make it a proper one. That's how you do it in a short and simple fashion. But maybe that was way too quick and complicated. We're gonna talk about this later, don't worry. So just to have a reference, so this is atrocious. I would say absolutely don't look at this. Now the tutorial gave two merge types. Okay, these are a tiny bit better, but this is a really sharp turn. So unless you have a train length of 1, which is 1 engine and 1 wagon, then this is not gonna work for you. I would say make it much bigger, like so. So at least you have 3 curve lengths. That's good about until the floss 47. So the floss will not slow down on these curves. And also here, just make it bigger. There's no reason to have such a short curve there, right? And unless you know what you are doing with all these signals, just use the path signals, actually the one-way path signals. So same here, this is really sharp, and you will see, and also he doesn't use path signals here. You will notice this trend that they doing it all the time. This is, the cloverleaf is not only bad, but ultimately it slows down everything, and this is a hotspot for jams and slowdowns. So that's a really bad design. Instead of this, what we have done here is 100 times better, right? So we can, if you develop this cloverleaf later, you will see this is not gonna get better than that. And then he gave me this kind of half cloverleaf. This is much better compared to this. not practically good because these are really short curves. So an A4 can maintain full speed here, but nothing else after that. Also, path signals all the way. Other than that, the rest, like this, is big enough that I can use it. But imagine that instead of all of this, you just build a bridge here. Sorry, here, and come off this way. It's so much easier, right? At least in my opinion. Okay, next, yeah, here is what he calls half spaghetti, which it is a spaghetti, but that's a lot more reliable than the others. The biggest problem here is these are still really sharp curves, so it doesn't really make much sense, but this solves the problem that how these lines cross each other with this tunnel. However, you here have two tunnels on the main line without path signals, right? So just use path signals for God's sake. And yeah, doing these is not really efficient. What I have found really helpful in this situation, yeah, I cannot really showcase this here, but basically you do double and have a bridge here, and this can turn this way, this can turn this way, right? And you don't have to make big fuss about things after you cross the double tracks. So change the lanes between. I can show you what I mean by that. Is you are here, and here they are changed. So this can turn this way, this can turn that way, and we are good to go. Okay, this according to the wiki, this is an alternative for that. Now let me tell you, this is so atrociously bad that I cannot emphasize it. First of all, as usual, no path signal. Second, imagine this train coming here, slows down, and then exit, and this is the best case scenario. Here, comes off, slows down, slow. Here, he can finally start speeding up, and then can return to the main line. Or the sideline, doesn't matter which one we take. So getting through this is basically as worse as getting in or out of a depot. We can have some music. Alright, so then again, if you come off here, this is a very long tunnel. It should be doubled up, then it will come to almost a halt. And just why would you do that? Just get in there straight. And also here, you know, have a bigger curve. Nobody gonna get hurt by that, unless you have to because there is a factory in the way or something. But this is a big no-no. Okay, now that's a compact three-way, it says. That's, I mean, almost as bad as this one, I just cannot emphasize how atrociously bad this is. So the idea that this is the turning point, and for these guys this is the turning point. This is I really have no words for that. So I'm just no, just don't even look at these, okay? This is terrible. Okay, on to the next one. Ultimate three-way. I don't know. Actually, I probably, this one should have been something like this, but doesn't really matter. So this is much better. You can actually sync this all the way, and it doesn't really matter. It's basically the same as I did with the bridges, just using tunnels. Where was I? Here, yeah. The one caveat here is you have one down and one up, and opposite to what he used here, which is two down, two up. But overall, this is actually not a bad one. I would prefer, at least on these split areas, have a path signal like there and there, but overall this is not bad. We can definitely use this one. If you put path signals instead of these block signals everywhere, you are still good to go. Okay, then compact three-way branch merge. Okay, so it was quite a challenge to build this actually, and as bad as it looks, it is that bad. Yes, it is actually atrocious. This should be a path signal, and basically every split should be, or even all of the signals. So the idea here that you have one lane, two and three, so that's the same thing that we have here, except this is more air quotes compact. I mean, this is absolutely bonkers. So let me see if I can find what he says about it. It says pros: traffic jams unlikely, can handle 3 trains at a time, low construction cost, small area, split before merge, deadlock free, easier to handle diversion traffic. And cons: mainline trains must slow down to climb the slope, sharp turns reduce the train speed. I mean, it reduces to basically 0. Okay, I'm a little bit exaggerating here. It's reducing only to 81 or 61. I don't remember from top of my head, but this is actually terrible. And most of the time, especially these days, you have the space to do that, so why not? I mean, if you like, you can do tunnels, absolutely, but this is another one that don't do it ever. Okay, next one, half transmogrified. So this is basically other version of what I have done here. Also, you need path signals there, here, here, and that's it. So trains coming here can go this way and can go that way. Same here, they can split here. Now you should be aware that this is maybe not long enough for your trains. I will probably make a video about that, how to determine what speed you need to trains not slowing down. Also, there might be a situation where you need to double up these bridges. But that's another topic for next time. So this is at least not atrocious. And then we have here this braided junction. I don't even know what does it mean, but I know what I see. This is terrible. So it splits, so you know the drill. Path signal there to go that way or to go straight. But they will slow down and then you have a tunnel. Terrible. From this side it's even worse. This will slow down, and this is again like entering and exiting a deep hole. This is just bad. Sharp turn, one straight, sharp turn down, sharp up. That's basically the worst of the worst, so please don't do that. Okay, that's another story. We talked about that. So that's about the three ways alias T-junctions. Now let's look at the four-way junctions. So that's the most basic version of it. Actually, you need pass signals here when they entering this junction. So while this goes here, it can go that way due to the path signals, or turning this way. But this is a really sharp turn, and so is basically all of them. So unless your trains are actually going straight, then yep, no, that's a big no-no. If you don't need to junction, just do that and be good about it. So this is bad. The tutorial didn't really put in much more signals than that, and this is exactly how I saw it. This is a tiny bit better, but if these lines are going far away, you need more signals than that, right? So signals everywhere. And there, and there, and there. So they have a chance to dodge each other. So yeah, it's still flat junctions. It's a big no-no. Don't do that. I will give you an example how to build four-way junctions once we get over this. Okay, so it says this is a roundabout, which is signals, but other than that, it's actually not terrible. On a low traffic line, it could work. And this is a tiny bit upgraded version. I say I would rather use this than that, because if they want to go straight, let them go straight. Now putting here a bridge or not, that depends on a few things, but usually no, better to avoid crossings. So yeah, rather have a bridge or tunnel, but that's it. So this is a slightly better version. Now this is the clover leaf. that the site has on it. I tried to replicate as faithfully as possible what you can see on the site, and yeah, this is just bad. You can tell these really sharp turns. If you wanna have a slip lane and go this way, that's somewhat working, but if you need to do a crisscross here and turn backs, then this is terrible, so don't do that. Okay, it says spaghetti 4-way plus variations. Now just clean up here. What does it do? It's, you know, path signals here, and turns and can go straight all the way because that's a function. It can flip here, come up, and either turn back or, as by design, go this way, or follow along and come this way, right? So these turns are just not good enough. Also, tunnels on the main line is a big no-no, but it's a functioning thing. So if you would build something like this for trucks, yeah, it could work, because trucks are so much slower than trains. Other than that, no, this is not good. Okay. So this one is an interesting one. This is the flyover, and in general, this is not terrible. You know, we need signals here. Oopsie. When you have a split, so it means you need a signal there, and then you can do your daily business. Signal over there or everywhere. So this gives a nice little loop around to this angle, and it does the same here between this track and that. So it's not really bad. It's just actually pretty hard to build. I really did try to copy the page, and this is for, yeah, maybe, but if you have to double up these 5 long bridges, then you have trouble on your hand, so use this with caution. Okay, this is another roundabout. This is the advanced variation, and I don't know what kind of trains are they designed these for, but that's just not really long. Like, if you have a length 3 train, you can definitely get away with it. Also, all of these could be path signals, because you technically just add the split, but you can use that. It's not super bad, but I actually don't really advise this. You have better solution than that. So, and if you wanna build a really big and functioning roundabout, that probably would be yay big and need a lot more to it to function. And then here we have this deep blue 2K8 4-way junction. So when I first tried in a passenger map to design a 4-way junction, I was messing around a lot of time, Like, it took me at least an hour or so to figure out how to do it, but it was slightly better than this. but yeah, this is, as you can see, it's not a small junction, because you do need the space. That's a key factor here, and I'm gonna show you how to build this. And yeah, there is one last thing here, and this is the star junction, or there is a fat variation, and you can see the design pattern here that come in, slide over, bridge over, slide over, and go where you need to go. Beside this looks actually stupendous. So something this would be slightly more visually appealing. Actually, if you were to do something like that, then it's even better. Yeah, the only thing here is the turnaround, because this way, that way, it's fine, but if you have to turn around, then this is bad, and it's just over a bad design. Please don't use that. Don't use that. You can use that. This is just a no-no. This is not bad, actually. This works somewhat, and you can find all of these things on the page. If you see these, just stay away from it. They are all bad. All the stars, all the merging right-of-ways, the whole enormous section is atrociously bad, because they are all using tight curves that are designed to the one-length trains. So I want to give you an example how to build a proper four-way. So let's get a free space, and let's assume that we have these 4 tracks, right? Maybe give them signals. Real quick. Okay, so we have these, and we want from each direction to each direction to be able to go. So what you need to keep in mind about this is, doesn't matter where do you start. The point is that you pick a path, and all lanes need to be split in 3, right? So they need to be able to that way, they need to go that way, and they need to go straight forward. So here you pick a point and split the lines, and just draw it. Okay, let's make this. Now if you follow along the signals, you can see that it needs to connect to that line, meaning that's a bridge. Okay, so we solved one. We can also bridge this because that's solved. Now move to the next one and draw a line this way. So this exit lane here will collect 1, 2, 3 directions. That's what we need. Signal there, collected, and that's done. Now move here, bridge over that one. You have the 3 direction, and so this line is checked. Now let me put a little track here that we know that those lines are done. Okay, that's done. and this comes here, and they should merge and meet perfectly when you're done right. Signals there, so this all three are collected. This is cool. Now comes the trickier part. It's not harder, just a little bit trickier. Also in the middle, you don't want them to run over each other, so build the bridges, right? So okay, now then, what we need to do, split this line, so this is going to be done, right? And we need space here to build a bridge, and we can split the lines here and there. Okay, maybe this has a higher frequency, so you want to push it further back, but for right now, let's say this is the line, and the same logic applies here. We want all of this to be connected here, meaning that here we need a bridge. So we put there the bridge, place the signals there, and follow up this line there. So if you have the meeting point, you know this is the other way. So build a bridge here. I would advise to leave at least one signal space here. What I mean by that is, don't put the bridge here directly. Have one track to have a signal and place the bridge after it. So you can just drag this line along, and this line is done. So we build a bridge here, signal there. This can have the signals as well. That goes here, and one way, two way, three way. That's what we need here, and it should meet with that. And if you know where do you meet, then this is so much easier. And now this is done, and all of it done, right? Everybody has his triple merge. You can obviously replace this with tunnels, right? That's not a big deal, as you like it or as it fits. So that's about the four-way one-line version. And stay away of these. Stay away all of the things I demolished. Actually, I should kill these two. Yep, that's two. That can stay. This is on a low traffic situation, can stay. And that's about it. Oh, one more thing for this. If you have a one-way connection, but what I mean by that is you have a pair of track, you have another pair of track like a T-junction, but they only need to connect that way and only need to return that way, right? So then you don't have to go out of your way and do that, which is basically the half of what this is. You can only do that like so, right? So this is one of the main lines, this is the other main line. You build a bridge here, and you make sure that this piece of diagonal is long enough for your trains. Then you can obviously do that, but this is stupid. So you either let here, let's say a train length 5 that we are working with, then you have a train length 5, or just make it diagonal all the way. It depends on your aesthetic needs. Like me personally, I prefer this version, that the tracks run parallel to each other as much as possible. And you put signals there, and you know, this is a fair game connection. But if you want to do that, that's actually almost even better, because this is a shorter distance, and the shorter the distance, the faster the trains get there and the more money you get for your cargo. Okay, so I guess that's about the wiki, and you can see and tell that even if you don't agree with everything, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this 15 or something is that you can maybe use, but mostly it's really outdated, and I think it should get some facelifting. So thanks for watching, and leave your comment below. What do you want to see from me? Or if you have any question about this or anything else game related. Bye.